U.S. Army Sergeant Bowe Bergdahl, held by the Taliban for nearly 5 years, is now at a U.S. military hospital in Landstuhl, Germany. It is the next step in what will be a very long recovery process and rehabilitation after his ordeal. Today, more questions about the deal that freed the Army soldier. CCTV's Sean Callebs is in our newsroom with the very latest. Sean.
Well, Susan, thanks very much. Many members of Congress here in Washington, D.C. are concerned that the Obama administration made a deal to deliver 5 high-level Taliban leaders in exchange for Bergdahl's freedom. And they question whether President Obama negotiated with terrorists and whether that will put U.S. troops' lives in danger in the future. Meanwhile, in Boise, Idaho, Bergdahl's parents held a news conference today. They didn't take any questions, rather they read from prepared remarks. His parents say all questions will be answered in due time, but right now, their son needs time to decompress.
We're talking like this because we haven't talked to Bowe yet. We haven't called him on the phone. Although you all know we have the capability to do that with satellite technology. There's reason for that, and that's because Bowe has been gone so long that it's going to be very difficult to come back. It's like a diver going deep on a dive and has to stage back up through recompression to get the nitrogen bubbles out of the system. If he comes up too fast, it could kill him.
And there are questions as well on how Bowe Bergdahl was taken prisoner. There are allegations that he left his post, possibly deserting or going AWOL. Congressional leaders also are not happy with the Obama administration's decision to make the deal to release prisoners at Guantanamo Bay without notifying them first. Susan?
Sean, will there most likely be a congressional investigation into this?
It's very difficult to say about that. Remember, this is only a 24-hour-old story, but without question, Republican leaders here in Washington on the Hill very concerned about this. They say there is a law that if Obama is going to make any kind of deal to remove prisoners from Guantanamo Bay, they must give Congress at least 30 days notice. Senator McCain, John McCain, a Republican from Arizona who himself was held prisoner of war in Vietnam, said, of course, it's great that Bergdahl is free again and going to be reunited with his family. But he has a lot of concerns as well about this deal. Were they negotiating with terrorists, even though the deal went through Qatar? And secondly, what happens to those 5 Taliban high-level individuals who are now moving on to Qatar? There's apparently a deal in place to monitor them for at least 1 year and make sure they don't filter back into Afghanistan or some other hinterland and begin terrorist activities again. But how difficult is that going to be to enforce? That is among the major questions here in D.C. tonight.
Sean Callebs with the very latest on this.